Yeehaw, ladies and gentlemen. It is the must-start kickers for week 12. It is the Thanksgiving special. Went out and bought myself a nice, good old hunted turkey. It is going to be delicious, ladies and gentlemen. We at The Catch welcome you to have a great Thanksgiving with your family and friends, and we certainly encourage you to hit that subscribe button. Join the best community in all of fantasy football and join the Discord as well so we can celebrate Thanksgiving together and talk football on Thursday, ladies and gentlemen. And if you like this video or any of the rest of the videos that we put out there, always appreciate it if you hit that like button. Most importantly, get in those comments. Let us know about your positions: quarterback, running back, wide receiver, tight end, kicker, defense, how we can help you out ahead of this weekend. And as a special treat for Thanksgiving, let me know what your favorite Thanksgiving side is. Mine personally is stuffing with some gravy on it. And I also want to know if you are a turkey or ham fan. I am a turkey fan. So go ahead, let us know in the comments, guys. But without further ado, let's get into it. Let's get into the must-start kickers. Up at number 1, ladies and gentlemen, we are talking about a rising star from the University of Texas, a Clint Eastwood classic, Cameron Dicker, the kicker for the Los Angeles Chargers. He has been on a heater, ladies and gentlemen. This man spent 11 years of his life in Shanghai, China. He's an international superstar, and you need to put him in your lineups, guys. The last 3 weeks, he's had 10, 12, and 8 against some good opponents in Kansas City, San Francisco, and Atlanta. Now he gets the Arizona Cardinals up next, which are one of the more favorable opponents to the kicker position. This Chargers team looked like they were starting to get back some of that magic against that Kansas City Chiefs team where the Justin Herbert was out there slinging it. Joshua Palmer was catching it. We'll see what happens to Mike Williams, but it looks like we got Keenan Allen back. We obviously got Austin Eckler there. So the offensive firepower is there for our man, Dicker, the kicker. He is going to be a solid play this week, guys, and I really like him. I hope he can continue the success he has had, because then he's got Las Vegas, Miami, Tennessee, and Indy. So he's got some favorable matchups upcoming, guys. This is so exciting for me, guys. A star is born. Bradley Cooper, step aside. Lady Gaga, step aside. Welcome in, Dicker, the kicker. Real quick, gotta highlight a guy that I love. You all know I love him, but he probably got dropped in a lot of your leagues just because of the bye week. Jason Myers, still the number 5 kicker on the season, guys. A little bit over 50% rostered. We need to get that a lot higher, a lot closer to 100% rostered, because he's an absolute freak. This guy's a beast, and his next couple matchups are absolutely delicious. It's like a cupcake on Thanksgiving, guys. Jason Myers is a beast, dude. He's got the Las Vegas Raiders, the Los Angeles Rams, the Carolina Panthers. Jason Myers could be in for some very, very big-time boom performances from the kicker position. I love Jason Myers. I love what he does for this offense. He's so critical to their success, and the fact that these matchups are going to aid him going forward, it's enough said. This guy is an absolute dime a dozen, locked and loaded stud of a kicker. Go out and grab this guy if he got dropped in your leagues. Up next, going to the number 6 kicker on the season, who's coming off of a really bad game that was not his fault, guys. Nick Folk from the University of Arizona had 2 fantasy points against the Jets. Taking a pause real quick. I am feeling sorry for all of the fantasy community that had to deal with kickers this week. It was a weather fiasco, right? So with Nick Folk this week, he's going up against the Minnesota Vikings. He is in a dome, right? So weather controlled. I love this play here. I think that Mr. Nick Folk is going to dominate. We just saw Brett Maher have over 20 fantasy points against the Minnesota Vikings. Nick Folk is a dude that has already hit the 20-point mark against the New York Jets this year. Nick Folk is an absolute machine, guys. Look at his season stats. He's a freak. Understand he had a bad performance in week 11, but you need to see the game clips, guys. He had insane weather going against him all game long. Wasn't his fault. I know it's hard to ride with a kicker that did you dirty like that, but blame the winds. Don't blame Folk, because Folktail is a beast, and he is going to light it up in Minnesota. I'm expecting a big show out from our guy, number 6. Up next, talking about Chase McLaughlin for the Indianapolis Colts. Jumped into the top 12, guys. He is currently number 11 on the season right now. He has really put in some solid performances this season, guys. You look back at his trending numbers over the past month, he is really good, really consistent. This Colts offense is starting to hum too. It looks like with Matt Ryan back under saddle, that this offense is going to be kind of what we were expecting, right? There's going to be a little bit more point total opportunity. Jonathan Taylor is starting to look like he is really fresh again as well. Now they get this Pittsburgh Steelers matchup, which is very favorable to the receiver position, running back position, quarterback position, and the kicker position, guys. I think Chase McLaughlin is going to have a field day in this game, guys. Weather controlled as well, right? This is in a dome as well. This is an Indy home game. These are some of the things we're going to highlight more and more as we get into this time of year where there's more weather issues like we did face this last week. So if you ever are on the fence, always target the dome games because you don't have to deal with the crazy wind or rain or snow conditions, right, guys? But Chase McLaughlin is a good play against the Pittsburgh Steelers this week. Up next, going to chase the points a little bit here. Going to go back in the flames with a guy who got the usage. I wasn't expecting it. He had kind of fallen off from good graces, right? But he had 3 big, deep 50-yarders. This is Brett Maher for the Dallas Cowboys going up against the New York Giants. Last time he played them this season, he had 11 fantasy points. This Cowboys offense is looking really good. Brett Maher has solidified himself as the number 2 kicker on this season, guys. 30% rostered. I think this dude should absolutely have a higher roster percentage. And he's got a very favorable matchup with the New York Giants, Indy Colts, Houston, and Jacksonville upcoming as well. So I think that this dude is definitely someone that you should go out, put on your teams. I understand he had a couple stinkers where Dak Prescott was getting more of the point total. Brett Maher was a little bit less used. But as we saw this last week, Brett Maher is still critical to the success of this team. They just put up 40 points, and Brett Maher still had a 20-point fantasy game. He was absolutely necessary. He has shown that he can do it from whatever distance. I expect that to continue. And this is a home game again. You know what that means. Weather controlled in the dome in Jerry Jones home stadium. You know Brett Maher's got a little bit more of an upside now. Up next, going to the kicker that is tied with Patrick Mahomes here. Going to get into the flames on this guy because it looks like he's finally starting to get healthy. Harrison Butker for the Kansas City Chiefs, guys, going up against the Los Angeles Rams. Has one of the best matchups on paper as the Rams are super, super favorable to go against for the kicker position. This is going to be a game where I think the Rams are really, really behind. I think the Chiefs are going to beat up on this Rams team. I don't think the Rams offense has any chance of staying in the game on this one. But listen, guys, Harrison Butker, for all of his career, has been such a fantastic kicker. It's unfortunate he got hurt this season, and we've not seen the consistency from him. He came back from that leg injury, and he looked like he was still kind of getting his wits together. He was missing some extra points, missing some field goals that were very routine to him. But last week, 14 fantasy points, he looked like he got his legs under him again. Hit one from deep with the 50-plus yarder, guys. It was an absolutely beautiful kick. This is a home game against Los Angeles Rams, right? So do pay attention to the weather. It's Arrowhead, but I think Harrison Butker should absolutely start to be rostered again, guys. Last kicker I want to talk about, guys, is another dude who probably got dropped because of the bye week, but needs to be picked up, just under 60% rostered. Ryan Succop for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He was one of the best kickers in the league before the bye week, guys, and that 2-point performance against Seattle, which was very surprising. This week, he has the Cleveland Browns. Usually a good game script, right, for the kicker position. I did check the weather report. We're a little far out, but it looks like there could be some rain, so definitely monitor that as we get closer to the matchup. But I think that Ryan Succop could be a big-time play here. But it's also critical that you go and get a guy like Ryan Succop, who has just been absolutely fantastic. Hit the double-digit point performances many times this season and has a kind of baseline of 8 to 10, which is what we've seen from great kickers like Matt Gay or Tyler Bass of old, right? When you're tied to an offense that relies on the kicker spot and they can get some consistent offense, that is what you're going to see in a guy like Mr. Ryan Succop. Hopefully the weather allows for this, guys, and we can see this come in, but I expect the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to come back fresh off the bye week. I expect for Tom Brady, Mike Evans, Rashad White, Leonard Fournette, all these guys to get after it, get nasty, and the nastiest of them all is Ryan Succop. With all that said, guys, this has been the must-start kickers for your fantasy football teams going into Week 12, the Thanksgiving special, guys. Like I said at the top, I hope you have a great Thanksgiving with all your family and friends. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, join the best community in all of fantasy football. Celebrate Thanksgiving with us as well. We'll be chatting on our Discord. chatting with the community over Thanksgiving and watching the games together on Thursday, guys. And if you like this video, make sure to hit the like button. It truly means a ton to the channel. Most importantly, get in the comments. Let us know about your rosters. Let us know about your waivers. Let us know about your favorite Thanksgiving treats, guys. We want to hear it. And with all that said, this has been the must-start kickers for your fantasy football teams going into week 12. And you saw it here first at The Catch.